On my post-game video for the Canucks' 5-1 win over the Flames, Billy Tessio commented, "So should Boeser still be traded?" Brock is currently second in goal scoring and seventh in points, although the Canucks are the only team in the league to have played 20 games. That's 3 more than the Leafs, whose Matthews has more goals than Brock, 2 more than the Oilers, and 4 more than the Jets and Flames. I also think this season could be a statistical outlier, as the North Division has the top 8 goal scorers and 7 of the top 10 point scorers. For using Brock as a trade piece, I'd say yes, if the return is right, for a few reasons. Since starting these videos during the Canucks play-in and playoffs, I've said many times I felt I wasn't seeing a lot of what people felt for Brock. I assumed it was because I wasn't watching the Canucks during Boeser's great rookie season, and I've only seen him the last few years as he's been potentially hampered by a recovery from injury. He does look a lot better this year, absolutely. He definitely has one of the best shots in the league, and has shown he can score on both top lines. My main concern has always been this. 1, his next contract will be at least $7 million and potentially higher. Pettersson, Hughes, and Demko are going to take a large chunk of whatever cap the team can scrounge up next year, and the Canucks need to make that fit. Holtby might be claimed by Seattle, Edler might retire or would have to come back for less than the $6 million he makes right now, closer to what he can effectively provide. Sutter and Pearson's contracts will be up, and I'd love to see Pearson come back. Gaudette will also be an RFA if the Canucks don't trade him this year. Holtby, Ben, Edler, Sutter, and Pearson coming off the books frees up about $20 million. This will probably be enough for Elias and Hughes, and fortunately for the Canucks, if they're looking to get a better deal on these players, they're both having nicely timed, difficult seasons. I know Hughes leads the league in points, but his plus-minus and obvious defensive deficiencies on the ice could be used against him in contract negotiations. Trading Brock would free up just a modest $5 million now, but also the larger number he'll require in 2022. That also makes him a very, very attractive trade piece. He's the strongest trade piece the Canucks have, and it would be better to trade Brock from a position of strength rather than at the last minute when you desperately need to get some money off the books. But this is Jim Benning we're talking about, so we know how this is going to end. To win a cup, the Canucks will need to improve their defense and bottom 6. I stated that Brock is their best trade piece that I think they can afford to lose. He's young, he's having a great season now. I think he has a great reputation around the league as a scorer with 0 attitude problems, so he's not like a Patrick Laine or a Dubois. Miller is also a great piece to trade as he's coming off a career year, but in the playoffs, I was just such a huge fan of Miller's leadership and clutch play, where I felt Brock really struggled a lot more against the toughest competition, and maybe it was because of injuries, but I felt that Vegas stifled him. Miller definitely looked completely awful garbage to start this year, but is now starting to get back in form. I want the Canucks to win a cup, and they're in a very, very awkward position right now with Roussel, Louis, Myers, Jake, and even Luongo's cap recapture of $3 million on the books. This is taking up space that needs to be spent on a championship roster. I love Brock's goal scoring, but tough decisions need to be made, and he might be the sacrifice that gets us one step closer. Or who knows, maybe he stays and scores the Stanley Cup winning goal, and I'm the happiest I've ever been wrong. Thanks for the comment, and thanks for watching.